Welcome to the Foodie Brews. Today,
Yeah.
yep.
This is the Pub Talks, and today we're gonna go a little bit over, the ton of games we had for the international break. As you guys know, it's the World Cup qualifiers, and it's just giving us like a little sneak peek into the Euros and all the top teams gonna be performing there. So, what did you think about the games?
So I guess the main one that stuck out for me was obviously being Portuguese was the Serbia-Portugal game. That was
very dramatic.
honestly, with the team we have and the fact that we struggled so much.
Mm-hmm.
I was upset about the goal, but that shouldn't have even been relied upon. We
That's
shouldn't
fair,
even have
that's
to have
fair.
relied on Ronaldo last minute potential disallowed goal. I mean, not
Right.
potential disallowed goal for us to be able to be like, wow, we had to need that to win against Serbia. Like
Mhm.
our team is stacked. Like I think our team is like worth like if you put all the value of them, it's like $700 million to almost $1 billion.
Right. Bruno Fernandes popping off right now.
Bruno,
You have Andre Silva
Andre
in the
Silva.
Bundesliga. You guys have a lot of talent, and you guys are probably a top 4 team for the Euros right now. So
100%. And that's the fact. That's what so it's cheesy.
does this change your opinion on VAR?
Yes, 100%. I've always been for VAR, but only when it comes to offsides. It's like that's always a little touch and go. But like goal line technology always should be there.
Absolutely.
Goal line technology is a must. I think overall we started off well, 2-0 at half, and then I was like, that's funny. I was watching the game. I was like, we're gonna choke. Watch. 2-0 is not
Right.
is not enough. Each country has to supply their own technology for the
Right.
stadium, so it's not anything that FIFA just gives them
Right.
technology. It's up to you
Yeah.
in your country to put it in if you want.
Right.
So Serbia was like, no, we don't need it. We don't need
Right.
freaking. We don't need the
Goal line
VAR. We don't
technology.
need goal line technology. And look, it saved their asses.
Yeah.
And that was like, yeah, honestly. So I guess that was the biggest thing I had to say was that one.
Mhm.
And then obviously for another big one was
Germany 2-1.
that was crazy.
Why do you think they won?
I only saw the highlights. I just think because to be honest, I feel like the qualifiers is a huge thing where the teams haven't played in so long together.
Mhm.
They get so used to clubs that when they have to go, they have to learn a whole new system.
Exactly.
They have to learn a whole new system. Yeah, they speak the same languages in the from the same country, but it's so hard to forgo when you play with somebody every single day with your team. Obviously, you're gonna have chemistry versus your national team.
Right.
So every team, even look at your team, France,
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
We had a very slow start. I think as well, refereeing came into a big part during that game. But regardless, probably similar to Portugal, it was a very slow start. The synergy wasn't quite there. You could see there was something missing. So yeah, it was a little bit tough. But from the many games we saw, who do you think is the best off the blocks right off the gate?
Well,
Right
off
out
the
of
blocks, probably Denmark.
Denmark.
And Belgium.
Really? I could see Belgium.
Watch,
Why Denmark?
Denmark beat.
I didn't see their performances.
Denmark won, so they in the sense of like 0 goals conceded, 12 goals scored.
Right.
That's a pretty good start to me.
What about Belgium? How did they do?
Belgium was also not bad. The factor, let me see, where's the Belgian team?
I know they destroyed Belarus.
So they did.
But they did tie Czech Republic.
Yes, and that's the thing, right? And
it seems like a lot of these top teams had, 2 wins, 1 tie.
Yeah.
England won 3 in a row. I know a lot of people are going to be excited about that. Who did they beat?
So England beat Poland. So okay.
That was a big game.
So they had Poland. Okay, so like
was that the game where Lewandowski got injured, or was he injured before this game?
Lewandowski was injured for Poland, so that's a huge blow.
Right.
So like here, let's look at the games from England if you wanted to look at, because I know English fans always think about the teams being the best.
Most hated fans in the world.
Straight up. They're actually so annoying, but you know what? They love the game. They're just so patriotic. So they beat San Marino 5-0, and then Albania 2-0, and then Poland 2-1. So the team that they have too is unbelievable stacked.
Yeah.
I actually don't like the fact that England are so strong.
Mm-hmm.
They have an amazing squad. They left out Trent Alexander-Arnold for the right back.
Yeah.
And they didn't even bring him up, and it's like, what? How is he not called up? He's unbelievable, but he's been having an off season. But
a
still,
little bit right now.
Like okay, I gotta go France all the time. Even though you must be happy. France is.
I mean, we're current world champions, so.
Yeah.
I I would say Portugal's definitely up there.
Portugal.
If Ronaldo's gonna win something, this is last chance, and he's got a good shot. So
Well, he really did win the Euro.
yeah, but we all know what happened there. It was a little bit of a robbery. And I would put England in the top four. Who'd you round that top four with?
Belgium.
Okay, fair enough. What about Italy?
Italy,
Did you see any of Italy's games?
I saw Italy's highlights. They do have a good, solid team, but I just think Italy is still in the rebuild stage. Like they didn't even make. I'm pretty sure they didn't even make the last World Cup. Wasn't it?
Didn't,
yeah, they didn't even make the last World Cup. So I mean,
that's right.
I mean, I think if we had to do top 6, Italy would be 5th. And looking because they have good
what
players.
About Germany? Because we left them out.
Germany, I say also, if anything, below.
They're right. That's here, right below.
Well, they lost to Macedonia. I'm not saying that that one game represents everything, but if you look at the team that played Macedonia, that's a good starting 11.
Yeah.
We looked at it together. That's a good starting 11.
We didn't talk about Spain. How did you think they performed?
Spain also very underwhelming. Last minute goal needed for Georgia.
Yeah.
By a bullet from that was desperate, a long ball, just shoot it if you can. That was desperations against Georgia.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And
I find it still very interesting how that country just managed to come up with new midfielders after new midfielders. They're like the land of the midfield.
Oh, they're unbelievable, that team.
Pedri now and all these players, they're all. If they could have an all 11 midfield, they would.
They would. They just right now what they're struggling with is they are struggling with a good solid number 9. Morata is good, but I feel like they need a good another attacking force with him. When I think about a left winger, a right winger, and a CAM, I can't really think of major attacking players that score a lot of goals in club level right now. Who's the top Spanish striker in the world right now? I think it's Morata.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And Morata is Morata.
Fati's still very young.
He's injured. He's not even going to be playing.
And he's injured, yeah. There's Adama Traore, but he still has a lot to prove.
Traore? I forgot about Traore.
What about, what's his name? He plays for Man City now. Ferland.
Oh, Ferran Torres? Torres. Yeah, Ferran Torres.
Yeah.
He's good too. And that's the bit to see. He's also a guy that's off the bench in Man City, right?
Right.
So I think Spain's got a good potential. I think they'll make it past the group stage, but I don't see them going really past going to quarters or semis. I think depending who they line up, they might up their game because the teams they played was weak, and they also, mind you, they didn't have Cavaral playing. Did Cavaral? Wait, I don't know if Cavaral or Jordi Alba played for
Jordi
Spain.
Alba was playing. Jordi Alba was unbelievable, apparently.
So Jordi Alba played,
yeah.
But I know they have some big misses in that starting lineup. Because, so they put Lori... Okay, so big one to me is Cavaral, who plays for Real Madrid. He's not there. He's injured.
Hey, guess who they're playing next? Portugal.
I know, it's a friendly. So,
is it? Okay.
Yeah. And then, you know what? They played, the teams they played weren't really to the point where they wanted to play their big teams. I mean, they did tie Greece, and it wasn't underwhelming. I mean, okay, never mind. It was a huge performance, but typical Spain. 80% possession.
Yeah.
80% possession. That's
the midfield.
And they still got scored on. The team had one chance and they scored one shot, one goal.
Yeah.
But that was also it was a mistake. I'm pretty sure.
Keep in mind that they've barely played Thiago. Now playing for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Llorente, which is when is that starting?
The Euro is starting in June 23rd. I'm pretty sure, if I remember.
Gosh, okay,
so it's super close, but. The Euro is gonna be a whole ball game, but for World Cup qualifiers, another one we forgot is Turkey.
Turkey was unbelievable.
Yeah, they beat Netherlands 4-2. Hadi with the last that guy. What's his name? Barak.
I forget.
Burak or something like that. He scored a hat-trick, nasty free kick too at the end.
Yeah.
But still, first game, and then they end up tying to Latvia.
Yeah.
Groups. Let's look at every single group and who. So Portugal first, Spain first, Italy first, France first, Group D. Group E, Belgium. Group F, Denmark. Group G, Turkey. Group
Turkey
H,
or Netherlands,
Croatia.
Though. Netherlands is typically the stronger team here.
Yeah.
And we actually haven't spoken a lot about them, but they have a very strong team.
They do.
With the Young, the Ligt, they have Memphis Depay.
Yep.
They have Bergwijn. They have a very strong team, and
The Ligt, for sure. They have Van Dijk is not even. I don't know if Van Dijk will make it to the Euros actually.
You know what? Probably not, eh?
No, I
He's
don't
probably
think so.
still
Actually,
injured, and they might not risk him. But they would have what used to be the strongest center back pair in the world.
yeah,
Now who do you think that would be?
the best right now, the best center backs.
pair,
Honestly,
international level.
I have to be biased, but if Pepe played like he did against Juve, and we have Pepe and Ruben Diaz, that's probably one of the strongest back lines because
Canor, I
yes,
forget exactly.
if he plays like how he plays for Leipzig, and you guys have him and Varane in the back, I think that would be a great center pair. But
yeah, that would be huge. He has played a couple games with France already, and he's been nailing it.
Yep.
So I'm not sure why they're not bringing him up right now, but that's definitely a very solid.
All of the best teams we talked about all have a good center back pairing. The only one that's
Belgium, right?
Belgium
doesn't.
They have Vertonghen, who plays for Benfica now,
Yeah.
and then I forgot who's the other buddy, a guy.
Is it still the Spurs player?
No. Oh, it's maybe actually.
Alderweireld?
Alderweireld, maybe it could be.
Is it still Alderweireld and Vertonghen?
Yes.
Yeah, and then they have this. Doesn't he play for France? This guy, Jason Denayer. I think he plays for Lyon. Let me take a look. Yeah, he does. Okay.
So
yeah, you know what? Not bad. Like, yeah, they all have solid center backs. I think when we start talking about those lesser teams like Italy, we're starting to drop off in center backs. I mean, Italy's known for defenders, so that's already showing a pretty weak.
They have Chiellini and Bonucci, but
they're getting quite old. Chiellini's just came back from a big ACL, injury. I know Juventus has been struggling just in general, so I don't think Bonucci's in form.
No.
So yeah, no, it's not looking super tough for them.
Yeah. So I guess
so we spoke a little bit about
the Euro and the qualifiers. So I guess the roundup of the World Cup qualifiers, we could say that the most impressive, the most underdogging impressive, definitely Turkey, Denmark.
Yeah.
The most shocking, Germany, and I maybe Portugal, and then Spain. Those are the three, because Spain tying to Greece, Portugal tying to Serbia, which they still. I know Serbia's a good team, but
I wouldn't put that much of a shot. I think Germany is really the outlier.
Yes, Germany for sure.
All the other teams really had 2 wins, 1 tie against a weaker team.
Mm-hmm.
France tied Ukraine, Portugal tied Serbia. So
Turkey, Netherlands, that was a big one.
Turkey, Netherlands, that's a big upset
as
well. So I think Turkey's really on the map. We're gonna have to look out more for these guys in the next round of qualifiers. But before that, hoping
to the next episode, see what's gonna happen. But
there you go.
We'll take it from there.